Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM21. It's career mode. We're on episode 73. We're at the tour, and we begin the first climb of the day, and the first of subsequent climbs that are going to go right to the top of this stage. We're going to get a little flat section after this one. The unfortunate thing for me is that literally no other rider, no other team has any interest whatsoever in pulling back a breakaway that, if not for me, would have a 30-minute advantage right now and give us a real problem later on in this race when you have 26 riders who have gained 30 minutes and 20 of them are going to give you a hard time trying to pull that back. Half an hour is just too much. Kovalevskaya already fading, but Narbutas is working solo. I mean, these two guys are totally dead, and they've brought it, or they've tried to keep it anyway. They took over at 5:45. It's out to 8.5. It's hard when you're trying to catch 26 riders, just two riders going for it. So they, as you can see, are already quite exhausted. Ryabovas is going to have to take over here quite soon, and this is how it is because we've literally had zero support. EF have brought some riders forward, but they've never contributed once, and so I might have to just sprint train this climb and see how we do. See how we can hang in there. Otherwise, I think this is over because Narbutas is fading right now. So I think we're going to go kind of easy at first. Karam and Martin Guerrero, the obvious leaders, and then Isakov. We do have some good support today, some nice draws in the team, but Ryabovas is going to take over in just a moment. And let's go ahead and get his gel because the action's really going to begin here momentarily.
There's a breakaway in the leading group.
Now, I'm not worried about those guys gaining some time and taking the lead. I am worried about them taking, say, half an hour, and that being that, and everybody having a hard time trying to recover the race itself. Okay, Movistar coming forward, ready to contribute. It's good. I'm not going to push Ryabovas too hard. Let them go to the front. And meanwhile, we just don't want the team itself drifting too far back, so Ryabovas is going to have to push a little bit harder. In fact, he's going to have to push quite a bit harder, as that's already the top of the first climb.
Now the guys up front are asking serious questions of the riders in the
rear. All right, they sit up a bit. It's allowing us to get back into a decent position here. Berlikov feeling it somewhat, and this is going to bring us to the front. That's good. Isakov there. Martin Guerrero. Now we got to see how long it takes to get the team in place, and there they are. Okay, on to the big category 1. 11K, 7.5%. This is one of the first decisive moments of the tour. In terms of the break, it's still 8.5 minutes. Not sure how that's managed to happen, but there's Carapaz, Skilmos. These guys are going for it.
This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
All right, here we go. 9% through here. Luko's gel kicking in. Let's give this max pace climbing. It's actually 76, so Ryabovas, you're not a great climber. You're just going to have to dig a little bit deeper. 7.5K to go to the top. We don't want our guys getting caught in the crowd a bit. Down to 100 riders in the Peloton. We get blocked anyway. Romano comes across and just cuts us off. And now we have an attack. And Carapaz just sitting on the back of it, gaining from it. Champison, Roglic, Landa, Paulus coming along. Ryabovas is done. Luko taking over. but not going particularly fast.
A small group of riders are trying to get clear of the bunch. The riders are entering the last 15 kilometers
Down to
of the
67. Trying to be patient. That group's pulled back, but we're seeing an attack now by Yates. Isakov and Lugo struggling through here. Martin Guerrero is going to take over in just a moment. Still 3.6K to go to the top of this thing. And I'm down to 3 riders.
Breakaway at the front.
Meanwhile, the gap to the breakaway is still 7 minutes. It's coming down quick, but it's not going away. Okay, on to Karaman.
And off he goes. He's giving it one last go.
Now, I'm not sitting on because when you sit on and there's a little attack, it just opens a gap.
Left.
And I just don't trust it right now. 1K to go to the top, and we're seeing a lot of fatigue in the legs. Berlikov, meanwhile, has a fair amount of energy left. And Karaman leading him out. You can see how quickly this has just pushed us to the front. So if we keep a push on over the top with Karaman, and let's let these guys all go auto. Small group, just 26 riders, and Berlikov in a position with 11K to go to the top overall. A lot of guys split off. We're going to gel up, and I want to take position here. Berlikov, Karaman, go ahead and try to just protect.
He's going for victory.
Okay, breakaway riders having their go. They're already through the steeper part of this climb.
5 kilometers remaining.
8K to go. Berlikov, I want to ease through here. Can we get through this a little bit? 7K to go.
Carapaz goes onto the attack.
Okay, attack lifted. Good time for me to then attack instead. You don't have enough to attack? Fine, I'll attack. 6K to go. Bernal and I going clear, working together. Yes, I like it. 2-man breakaway. It's the 2 strongest though, but if we can eliminate most of our other contenders today.
Again,
Still 5.5 minutes to the break though. Bernal is pretty tired. He does not have much left. 4K to go. He's willing to contribute, but as every time he tries to come forward, he gets that little shoulder sag. Now he finally takes a turn. And he and I are definitely riding away a bit. We've got a 24-second, 26-second advantage. Meanwhile, I need to make him finish. Jan Hurt takes the stage and potentially the jersey. Sari is there. 1.4K. 20-second advantage. Okay. Push on. Final K. Bernal is going to beat me to the line. He's got a little bit left. It looked like he didn't, but he does. He's going to gain just a few seconds here. Not a big deal. "13 seconds. He's got that 85 mountain, and of course he's got the better resistance, and he's got that bonus. We end up getting caught right at the end by Carapaz, Pogacar, but not the others. On the stage, all the way down in 16th, there's a lot of time bonuses, well, time gains for a number of guys who may not have been that far down in the standings, so we'll see how this shakes up the standings. It would be nice to not be in first. Bernal might have stolen it from us, even if the breakaway riders did not. Overall gap was 4:35. Bernal, it was exactly 20 seconds. You gotta be kidding me. I still lead. Oh, come on. Not what I was looking for here. Berlikov's still in the race lead, but the gap to Bernal has dropped by 20 seconds, so now he's just 10 seconds behind us. Pogacar at 30, Carapaz at 34. and no one in the top 10 from the breakaway. We would have been second on the stage behind Bernal taking the win if the breakaway was not away. And so we're on to stage 8 now, and we're seeing 3 mega climbs today. This is going to be another very decisive day, and the most decisive between now and the final third of this race. And then, of course, unfortunately, we're still in the race lead, so we're still being forced to do the work. Nobody else is interested in helping us out with that. There's 41 riders in the break, so yet again, there's nothing that I could do beyond allowing literally a ton of riders at virtually every other team to take on the challenge and pick up the jersey themselves, but have a ton of riders way ahead of us in the standings. So we're very much being put in a bad way right now. Now, some of those riders are getting broke off on this climb, and my 2 guys are making it through, so that's good. This is a short stage, by the way. We're already down to 80 kilometers, so it is very high tempo. We need to go ahead and get water. Rio Bovis, let's go ahead and take care of that. That's already the halfway point of this stage, but of course 2 mega climbs and a lot of riders off the back. Rio Bovis not doing very well with his water task right now, as we're seeing little splits in the field. Please, hopefully he gets back up here and still bringing water at the moment. He has succeeded with that task. But I'm definitely short 2 riders now as we go into the next phase of this race. Actually, they did get a little bit of recovery through there, so that's good. Gap's up to 8 minutes, though. Again, still nobody else interested. We split that group, but, I mean, by what? There's one's coming back at us. It's really hard to tell, but those front guys have pushed really hard and definitely opened quite the gap. And still, nobody else wanting to come up. Gel up for those 2 because they're not going to last a whole lot longer as we prepare for the first of the mega climbs of the day. Porte de Ballet, 7.7%, maxing at 13%, over 12 kilometers, relentless, and we're already going up. Here, the little relief from here on out, it's uphill. It's up, but we're not even anywhere near the base of the climb itself. Got a long time yet to go. 8 minutes and starting to come down. Narbutas, Kovalovsky are chasing decently well at the moment. Everybody else is nice and fresh, but it's going to be on here relatively soon. Start pushing a little bit harder with these guys. There's 10 riders that we're coming back to, just 2.5 minutes away, that have grouped up with one another. So it's definitely fewer riders than there were at the front. Kovalovsky is going to be done fairly soon. We're going to have to put Ria Bovis onto the front. So go ahead and go to auto. Ria Bovis, 73. Can he even get through? Is RTL trying to bring a couple riders forward?
This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
It's not how I wanted to do this, but I wanted to wait for the last climb and see who's left standing. But I feel like I'm not getting much choice. We're a little far back. Berlikov especially. What the heck is Berlikov doing way down here?
Those guys up front aren't
Okay,
going to be
Karaman,
making
we
too
don't
many
want
friends
solo.
today.
Martin Guerrero, go ahead. Protect him. Okay, and finally we see an acceleration. It's RTL, it's Bernal's team. Okay, so Ria Bovis, in that case, protect Isakov. Bernal way up near the front. This is not a good position that we're in right now. And this is why I like those sprint trains, because we're seeing the acceleration, we're seeing the group split, we're seeing it stretch, and we're way back here.
Given that the pack has increased its speed.
Again, time for another acceleration. Got a lot of climbing still to do.
And he sprints away in attack.
Bunch of guys going backwards. That's one of those breakaways being caught. Gallop for these guys.
A rider has just suffered a puncture.
Gallop for Martin Guerrero. And did we just see a separation?
He's trying to
No.
give his pals the slip.
But Movie Star working at the front. Make sure we're not seeing Flores Brenner, Schultz, Conchi. That's from the break though. Okay, we're still okay. 3.7k to go on this climb. And we are fading. We are fading. All right, Martin Guerrero is protecting
Attack by Mikel
Karaman. I want
Landa.
Isakov. You should gel. Go protect your leader.
The pack is reducing the advantage with every turn of the pedal. A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't
Karaman,
have anybody in the
follow
breakaway group.
Berlikov, please. Thank you. Let's bring it together. 1.7. Saving these 3 for the final climb. Isakov's not going to make it there. Can you just follow Isakov and follow Karaman instead? Oh, no. This group looks like it's about to split, and Berlikov's in the tail.
So now it's the descent. It's less physically exhausting than a climb, but it's more stressful as the riders must choose their trajectory well and maintain a good position on the bike.
Isakov still in the group. Chance at recovery. Sam Uman, Tish Benut, plenty of strong Fenipol, Mahorich. I mean, we are surrounded by strong climbers right now in Isakov's group, but can we get him back up into, there we go, a relative position to protect your leader? Thank you. Now we've got 8. Pogacar, Roglic, Yates, Almeida, Paulus, Carapaz, Landa, Skjelmoose. Really? Okay. And nobody's wanting to chase that, or are we? Shelling. Ida Shelling is. Alright. Trying to recover.
To leaving the victory to the escapees.
6:41 to the front breakaway riders. Swap this. Make Karaman do that work, please. Thank you. Berlikov, just do what you can to rest. So we are attacking the descent. Now those 8 riders are pulled back in. So follow Isakov, please. Heart rate low enough for those 2 that they're going to be in recovery. Isakov actually recovering a bit too. He's a contributor, but a low-level contributor.
The distance has definitely widened. Some team managers mustn't
The gap
appreciate
keeps
the fact that there is a
opening,
breakaway,
closing.
given that the pack has increased its speed.
Okay, Isakov into the base of the climb. Let's see how well these guys can climb, huh? Karaman, Berlikov looking pretty dang good. Getting blocked off here. Isakov, 79, and you can't get through this? That's worrying. These guys are pushing pretty dang hard. 7K to go.
A rider is taking his chance alone. The riders are entering the last 15 kilometers of the stage.
6K to go. Iskov done. On to Karaman. If we can get through this mess. And I really want to climb our pace. These guys are going deep, which means they're using up a lot of stamina right now. Okay, Karaman, speed it up a little bit. Speed it up. Don't let them get too far away. It's 4.4K. Speed it up a little more. Come on.
Watch out.
There's that lift. No, Karaman. Why are you... You had a gap. And you had the kind of pace. They sat up a little bit. You should have gone forward with that movement, not backwards. Okay, Burlikov looks good, and the group is very much thinning out. Vlasov has dug deep. We're seeing Pogacar's attack now, and I want Burlikov to actually go with Bernal. No, you're good. Stay on Karaman just a fraction of a second later. Thank you. Okay. Karaman's going to be done. He's going to go backwards. We're down to 15 riders here. And Burlikov's going to climb a Burlikov kind of pace right now. 1.1K to the top. Just a gentle attack here, please. Thank you. Huh? Where's your attack? Really?
The riders are entering the last 5 kilometers of the stage. Radio Tour has announced a flat tire for a rider.
Okay, so 6 riders. It's Pogacar, Roglic, Skjelmos, Barta, Burlikov, and Bernal. Karaman a little bit further back. We are 3 minutes behind the front of the field. Okay, we're going to have a little punchy section here. By following Bernal, we're looking good to be able to attack for that. 2.8K.
Solo victory for
Tim Wellens has taken the stage. And here we go into the final K. Ooh, it eases off. Oh, you don't see that on the... Maybe you do see that on the profile. Pogacar, Roglic, Bernal. 1 second advantage. Maybe. Maybe not.
This stage was a real strength sapper.
Not my best 2 stages, but far from the worst. Nothing tragic happening here. Wellens, O'Connor, Bookman, the remainder of the breakaway. Those 3 survive and gain a little time. None of them are going to be threatening the overall, so the overall is still in our hands unless Bernal picked up 10 seconds, and I can't see that being more than 2 or 3 seconds, if any time given. The 6 of us should be given same time, but you never know. Whenever you're in the front trio, they never give that time. When you're in the back trio that has a bike length in between, that's often enough. I say never. I can't say never, but it's rare. It has been given, but it's rare. And they did. They gave us 6 seconds to the group ahead of us, of course. Of course they did. Now it's 4 seconds over Bernal, 24 over Pogacar, Skjelmos, Roglic, Hagita, Bookman up to 7th. Carapaz down in 10th, not doing terribly well, 2 minutes behind. Landa, Almeida, and then the gap's not massive at this point, surprisingly. It's still relatively close. Still in a decent position, but it's a definitely could be better position. And honestly, I'd like to lose 5 more seconds to Bernal. us being the ones having to chase down the brakes, having to keep the brakes relative manageable is really hurting. Again, we're on that extreme difficulty where the AI has that boost to the stamina resistance. We have to be more defensive to overcome that, and this is forcing my hand, and it's costing us. It's making it hard. We nearly get away on stage 6 with Bernal, and then he ends up gaining a few seconds, and the others come right back at us to where we don't gain. And then this time around, we're right there, and then we lose 6 seconds to a few guys. But otherwise, again, we did well. We gained. We're in the right place. We're just not quite getting anything useful or helpful. So not a bad day, but could have been better, right? Still in a good position, but again, stuck in the lead. Not where I want to be. That's going to do it for this one. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.